$4.1 million. That is how much conspiracy theorist Alex Jones will have to pay for his lies. A jury awarding that sum to the parents of 6-year-old Jesse Lewis, who was killed at Sandy Hook Elementary School nearly 10 years ago. Following the judgment, Jones took to the airwaves and said this.
I admitted I made a mistake. I admitted that I followed disinformation, but not on purpose. I apologized to the families. And the jury understood that. What I did to those families was wrong, but I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you can say he didn't do it on purpose, but this may be just the start of Jones's legal trouble, because the plaintiff's lawyer is saying that the January 6th committee has actually asked for Jones's phone records, which includes text messages revealed during this trial. Joining us now is CNN national correspondent Erica Hill and CNN senior media reporter Oliver Darcy. All right, let's start first, Erica, with this trial. $4.1 million. They'd asked for $150 million, but this is just one family. And this may not be the end of it, because there may be other damages awarded.
There could be. So these were the compensatory damages that were awarded yesterday. The attorney for the plaintiffs telling Oliver that he was thrilled with the decision, that Scarlett Lewis and Neil Heslin were thrilled with the decision here, and that they did note, right, there are other defamation lawsuits pending, as you just pointed out. The punitive damages, that part of the trial will start today. So there could be more damages coming in just this trial alone. But you bring up an interesting point when you talk about other families, because there are other cases pending. And this is a point that one of our legal analysts, Paul Callan, made last night, was that the jury may have taken into account that there are other defamation cases pending, and that perhaps they are thinking about the other families who may potentially be compensated. And that may have figured into how they came up with this number.
So potentially 4 million times 20, as much as that.
Well,
potentially. So, Oliver, I want you to put the 4 million in context, because Alex Jones is a conspiracy entrepreneur.
Yeah.
He has monetized lies to an extraordinary extent. So how big a bite is $4 million out of the amount of money he's made over the past few years?
$4 million is a lot of money, obviously.
Yes.
But it is a drop in the bucket compared to how much Alex Jones has profited over the years off of lies and conspiracy theories similar to Sandy Hook, right? We know, according to bankruptcy filings, that in the 17 most recent months of financial data we have, that he's made over $22 million in profit. We know that his chief restructuring officer testified this week that he had $9 million in cryptocurrency donations. And we know that from the trial that he was making upwards of $800,000 a day in 2018.
$800,000 a day.
It's not a stretch of the imagination to say that over his career, pushing lies, pushing hate, he has made probably, hundreds of millions of dollars. There's just no raw financial data, because according to the accountant that's now in charge, there really wasn't any accounting at his business. But just taking the most recent data and multiplying it across his career, that's a large sum of money. So $4 million, a lot of money, but a drop in the bucket.